Back to you.
All right, more breaking news, in fact, coming in now. 72 hours after the tragic Air India crash, the hospital is preparing to hand over bodies to the families. Starting tomorrow, relatives will be receiving the remains, with police personnel accompanying them to their native places. Authorities have made it clear that coffins will not be opened. Meanwhile, many relatives continue to arrive in Ahmedabad to provide DNA samples for identification. Anand, the DNA samples that have matched, will the mortal remains finally be released to the families?
Yeah, they look for the last 48 hours, the hospital has been collecting the DNA samples, and now several of the families with whom we spoke, they said that the authorities, hospital authorities, have told them that from tomorrow onwards they will start handing over the mortal remains of their loved ones to them. That will be completely sealed in a coffin with a police personnel. They will be accompanying them along with a ambulance so that they can make them reach to their native places. But there is a rider in this. They are not allowed to open the coffin boxes, as there are several chemicals that have been used to ascertain their DNA samples. And also the reason that has been asked by the doctors is that after more than 78 hours of the crash, when the body is handed over and the way in which the bodies were charged in this inferno after the crash over here, so there will be a lot of foul smell and it will be very allergic for them, and it can lead to several of other issues to other human beings. So that's why it is the reason that they have asked not to open the coffin boxes, and that they need to carry out the last funeral, last rite of their loved ones with the same coffin that is being handed over to them. Back to you there.
All right. Let me, in fact, also get in some more breaking developments now. Air India has announced an interim payment of 25 lakh rupees for each family of the deceased and for the lone survivor of the Ahmedabad crash. This is in addition to the 1 crore rupee compensation earlier declared by Tata Sons. The airline has said the move is to help families meet immediate financial needs. Anand Singh is live with us. Anand, Air India announcing a further compensation for the victims of this tragedy?
Yeah, they look, several passengers, relatives of the passengers who died in this tragic air crash, they had mentioned that they haven't received any communication from the Air India, despite the fact that Tata Sons had already made the announcement of providing 1 crore rupee to each and every family members of the deceased. So clearly, Air India chairperson today made this announcement, and he said that in addition to the 1 crore rupee that was announced by the Tata Sons, Air India will provide rupees 25 lakh additional amount to them as an interim relief payment. So clearly this comes at a time when several of the people complained that no communication was made from Air India side to them, and no one had come forward to console them or to inform them about this tragic incident when that aircraft crashed on the same building over here on Thursday afternoon around 1:39 p.m. on Thursday afternoon, just shortly after taking off from the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport. It was airborne for around 39 seconds. So clearly this announcement gives some sort of soothing to the deceased family members who have been traveling from several far-flung areas. They have been flying from different countries to get the mortal remains of their loved ones. Back to you there.
More breaking news coming in this hour. The British High Commission in India has set up a reception centre at the Umaid Hotel near Ahmedabad Airport to provide support and advice for families and friends of British nationals following the Air India plane crash in Gujarat. So British High Commission has also now set up a help centre, Anand?
Yeah, Uday, in fact, Lindy Cameron, the UK High Commissioner, had visited Ahmedabad soon after the air crash. He was one of the high-profile leaders who had arrived in Ahmedabad shortly after the air crash that took place here in Gujarat's city. So clearly now, as 53 British nationals were among the dead, among the passengers out of the 242 people on board. So clearly they have set up a help center at Umaid Hotel over here near the airport so that they can assist the family members of the British nationals who are traveling from UK to Ahmedabad to get the mortal remains of their loved ones, so that they can help them, that how they need to go to civil hospital to get their DNA sampling done, how they need to complete the legal work over here, how to complete the paperwork over here. So all these assistance will be provided by the UK help desk that has been set up. And Lindy Cameron has also met Prime Minister Narendra Modi when he had arrived in Ahmedabad yesterday, and he had a brief chat with the Prime Minister, had a brief chat with the UK High Commissioner, where the Prime Minister assured the UK High Commissioner that India will be assisting them fully, they will be cooperating, and they will be helping them to get the mortal remains of their nationals from here. And even if the families are traveling, they will assist them in every possible way. So this is clearly the way in which even the UK High Commission has responded, that they have also set up a help center at Umaid Hotel over here near Ahmedabad Airport. Back to you there.